You should be grateful that I had you muted for that, because that would have been what everyone heard the first thing. Ooh, I'm playing myself in the background. Shut up, me. Oh, it's on Twitch. Okay, that means I need to upload it to YouTube. Violet, thank you. This is I know you'll recognise this layout is different, but that's just because at the just before we started, I realised I deleted everything that related to the original layout. So I had to make a new one in about 5 minutes. So this is it. Enjoy. Little Call of Cthulhu, man.
Business Call of Cthulhu.
How is everybody?
How did you lose the YouTube channel? How do you lose it? Where does it go?
It's just
That Cthulhu was looking very dapper.
Oh, the Cthulhu! It's when I wake up.
Huh?
I have to press this button. It's me when I wake up.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
If you're frozen, you have, because I'm getting a critical bench on YouTube. But that's okay, because I'm not frozen, because even though it looks like I'm in the same YouTube call, I'm actually not.
Discord?
Twice.
Yeah, I'm putting my... Oh, you... Whatever. We're saying things wrong today. That's how we do.
The image looks...
Here's the YouTube channel. Maybe we should have a command for it or something, but we don't. There's a lot of stuff I should have on this channel that I have not set up.
I'll get it.
It's because I'm very, very lazy and distracted easily. We're not wearing my glasses. My glasses!
Your eyes.
My glasses!
Oh, no. It's his eyes.
My glasses!
And for that, we take 8 psychic damage immediately.
I'm thinking I'm going to keep always having the webcam, like the webcams like this, just taken straight from Discord. It's a lot easier than putting them in little frames.
Then we can't run away.
Yeah, you can't get out of there now. You're stuck.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tea. Yeah, I might keep it this way. Not necessarily this exact thing, but I might keep it this look. Also, a new introduction to the stream is my new auto-tune voice modulator.
I fucking hate this guy.
Can we just bring back the total annihilation from the Elder Gods? That was slightly better.
I can't remember which one that was.
That could be the voice of the slugs, the fat-eating slugs. Like, hey ho, I mean you're fat.
Hey everybody, my name's Nyarlathotep. I'm gonna eat your brain. I'm gonna turn you into a fat vampire.
Ooh.
But a vampire that eats fat, not just a rotund vampire.
Yeah, the vampire eats fat. The vampire is fat itself, although it could be. I'm not gonna body shame the vampire. Right.
So progressive.
I need to not do that because that's all I'll do if I get distracted by the fucking.
I'm okay with that.
That's your treat at the end.
It's my little treaty. So what you did last session, which was a while ago because we missed a week. So what you did last session was you were exploring some tunnels beneath a ancient pyramid. Okay, Mash. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here under sufferance. We're exploring a pyramid deep under in the Peruvian wilderness. Previously, Cornelius had imbibed a fat maggot thing and gone AWOL. And when we found him again, he was living underneath the temple with 2 other fat vampires. And the party proceeded to just like shoot the shit out of him and his friends pretty expeditiously. There was very little like, Cornelius, are you okay? It was just, fuck, it's Cornelius, kill him.
Oh, he did try to eat us because we were taking the journal.
He did, but there was very little discourse between you. It was just like, kill him now.
we did first try to sneak and steal something from him, so...
I know, but I'm just saying, it went from take his book to fucking blow his head off with a shotgun real quick.
Self-defense.
But yeah, so you did that, and while you were also exploring around beneath the ruins, you found a crack in the wall that looked like it perfectly fit the length of gold seal that you brought with you from the university, where you met the professor and Cornelius did a operation on him.
I feel like the operation was the reason we killed him.
No, he killed himself.
Apom,
I want to point out that Apom playing Cornelius killed himself by doing something that I repeatedly said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And he was like, "Yes, I do." So that's why he became a vampire. But yeah, so now, and you had just killed the 3 that were nesting beneath the temple. After you you went around and explored it further. So now you've pretty much explored the full extent. I should get into Roll20, eh? Now you've explored the full extent of the tunnels beneath the dirt. The people with you at the moment is Jackson. Jackson Elias, who came with you to help you. And the other person with you, Larkin and Mendoza are still above you on because they wouldn't come down to the tunnels, so they let you go down there yourselves. I can't log in at the moment. Having a difficult time. It's forgotten my password.
Block
there it goes. So yeah, and now you're in the tunnels sort of by yourself. Elias is with you. Elias had some pretty strong suggestions on what to do. Putting the gold back in place. But it was really up to you guys, and then that's where we kind of left off. So, you find yourselves in the cramped little room that with 3 decaying bodies. The two of the bodies there turn to ash and dust, like wither away, like before your eyes. Cornelius's body just kind of lies there like a normal body. And that's where you are. You're in the tunnel system. What do you do?
Good question.
The layout, there was like a goop puddle. There was like a pool.
Yeah, the puddle was the puddle was right in front of the crack that you could put the golden seal on, and there was like bubbling, like oily white fat kind of spilling through the hole.
Goops.
Stuff that we probably shouldn't touch, right?
Delicious.
Do we have the map again? Is that allowed?
I think you set it on fire, didn't you?
No, we didn't because of asphyxiation.
Oh
No,
yeah.
we were questioning whether we should do it, and then we were going to do it, and then everyone's like, "Oh no, we won't do it now."
Because you decided not to set fire to oil underground in a tunnel. Yeah.
With no good
I think it
ventilation.
was a mistake.
Yeah.
Combined 5 brains.
Once we're all up to our second character,
Probably
sure.
Okay, so
Yeah. Yeah, because we went back to get to, and then that's when we discovered our old friend in the journal, isn't it? Like it was in a different room than this. Yeah.
Yeah. You also fought a mummy, but you blew it. You shot it a lot, and it died.
Grapple.
Yeah.
It was rough.
It lunged at Murphy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the only person who didn't miss consecutively was T's character last time, and we were all like, bang, 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 bang.
All his guns just going off in a tight tunnel, just hitting everything but this fucking mummy. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So Raymond, what do you want to do? I'm assuming people might look to Raymond a little bit just because he's the one. He's a gunsman, and you're in a situation that requires gun.
And yeah,
The little room that we came into and found our old friend, that did it have the one entrance, or did it sort of keep going?
It just had the one entrance. You've pretty much seen everything that's down here now.
Well, he takes the shotgun back from Charles. Good shot. And starts reloading it, and that kind of sucked. So I guess we got to try that bubbling pit of something.
yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I concur.
Sounds like a terrible idea. We just don't have any other options.
Well, exactly. Therefore, it is a good idea. In the lack of any other ideas, it becomes the only good idea. So let's do it.
You hear, like, as you're kind of discussing this, you hear a voice, Larkin's voice, echo down from one of the air shafts built above the tunnel. And he's like, I say, I heard a bit of commotion. What's happening? You should come up. We'll discuss it.
It's okay, dear. We're fine. You carry on doing nothing.
I told you I can't come down there because of my health. I would like to help you.
We are risking our health, so you continue doing nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck you!
Is there any gold? Have you seen any gold?
Wouldn't you like to
What are
fucking
you, some
know?
kind of leprechaun? Fuck
I like-
off!
And you just hear, well, I never.
Is that 3PO?
Don't tempt him with the voice changer.
That's true, actually. I regret saying that. Maybe, I don't know. Does anyone have any oil or anything flammable? We could set a line to that fat, light it, and run.
Satchel.
Does perfume count? I'm sure my character would have perfume.
Depends how intense the perfume is, I guess. I
Oh,
don't
we
know.
definitely, like, matches in our don't we have like a traveling, like a explorer's like backpack?
I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, soak a rope in some oil, drop one end in the fat, the other end near the entrance, light it and run.
I just have no possessions apparently, but that's fine. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
You reckon that's something we'd have on us, Gray?
What's that? Sorry.
Well, like, bit of rope sounds fair enough, and maybe some oil for some lantern.
Rope and matches.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also note that the oily substance in the pool is oil.
That's true. Yeah, we take the rope to that. Using, like, is there anything around here? Using the gold thing to try, like, so we don't touch the oil.
Yeah.
Like coating this thing in.
Just like,
Yeah.
okay.
Sarah!
Gold in the wall before because we couldn't.
I've frozen the discords again. I'm so bad at
Let
this.
me out. Let me out.
Freebie. Okay. So yeah, you want to try and go back and do that?
Yeah. Essentially to be close to the entrance in case smoke starts up.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind that the entrance, while there is a ventilation shaft in the tunnel that's open, and there's two others that you've noted that are closed, but you can probably go up and move the stones away, but you'd have to go back up above to do it. To get out, like back where you came through, where you go up through the pit full of bodies, you need to crawl through that very low-hanging ceilinged area again with the shredded, the broken ceramics on the ground. And crawling through that very quickly would be a difficulty thing to do without injuring yourselves. And getting like a bunch of cuts and scrapes out here in the jungle is no joke in the early 20th century.
Chimney-esque sort of thing. Like there was a hole in the roof.
Yeah, there is, and you could potentially. It's narrow enough that you could climb up, just sort of like if you were spider monkey-ish enough, and climb up, like putting weight on either side as you go up. One of you could potentially do that.
I just go to him. I go, it's fine. We'll just put some leeches on it.
Leeches on what?
Medieval
What?
surgeon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah.
Oh, the injuries. Yeah, I was like,
On the chimney.
Yeah, on the chimney. No, we're putting leeches on the chimney.
Yeah, I figure that probably comes up as Raven's got the rope and he's sort of starting to unwind, looks up and there's one of the closed chimneys.
Oh no, the one nearest to you will be open, so you could just climb up it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I figured like leading the thing back and getting to another. Oh guys, well, we got a choice. We can go back and try and open these chimneys, or we can just give this a go. Probably makes more sense.
While you're kind
and
of
then threw a
inside,
rope down so that everyone could get up out of the chimney, and then we set a light.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm quite nimble.
Jackson's like, sounds like a good idea to me.
Well,
Yeah,
if you
I
want to do
reckon.
it so bad, why don't you fucking ask? Let me
Hey,
quickly check some.
This is your show now, fella.
Yeah, I would like to have a go at. Yeah,
Climbing.
I'd like to try and climb the sort of what's it called, Emperor's New Groove-esque, sort of like back against the wall, feet against the other wall.
It's called the Emperor's New Climb.
Sorry.
Idiot.
I'm reminiscing that if Corny was here, we'd be doing it back to back, llama and man-esque, sort of going up one by one, but that's just not possible.
Corny is here.
Sort
He's
of-
a crumpled corpse on the ground.
You
Well,
can
is he
still
very
do
good at
it.
You killed him. He's there. He's right there.
You could
And I
try.
hear his voice every day.
You can roll climb, Murphy. It's not necessarily your strong suit, but you could. You've also got
I could-
luck points to put into it.
I could
Yeah.
give it a go if you wanted. Under your
What's your
idea.
climb like?
50.
Oh, yeah.
You go.
Yeah, just as you're
Climb the
preparing
shit.
and try, like, just let
Yeah,
me
I'm
try.
kind of like gripping it a bit. I'm like, yeah, it's I haven't climbed in a long time, guys. Looking back at you, like, feel free to go ahead.
Raymond succeeds.
I just want to point out that A-Pump just rolled intelligence and succeeded.
No, that was,
But why-
that was ages ago. That was
But
last.
why? No,
Oh,
it
no.
just then.
Oh no.
And I'm like, why did you roll intelligence? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, that's not a success. That's a fail.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Bailey's like thinking of things, and he's like, yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
He's just thinking.
verbalizing it.
He's coming up with like a protagonist for a novel that he's writing. He's just like, oh
He
yeah.
knows what shop to open up back in Boston.
It's like it's
The
not
character's
related.
name is like Booley or
So
something.
so Bailey's intelligence roll is not related to anything in the story at the moment. He's just thinking. He's like
Oh, yeah,
the Tin
we can't see
Man.
we can't see the rolls.
Do you want to see him? I
Yeah.
can put him on this. All right, fine. Give me 1 second.
We want rolls.
We want rolls. Chicken rolls.
Mm.
That's
We
not
want
what we're
chili
talking
willy.
about.
No, let's go with that one.
We want Chili Willy. Hang on.
Do we?
Yes. Let me just put us into a different mode while I set this up. Actually, never mind. I can't believe you're making me do this.
The people want to know.
There it is. Look, it's our Roll20 screen for all to see.
Hey.
And all my tabs, which are all just books I'm reading for something at the moment, so not really interesting, unfortunately.
Don't look at them.
There we go. I'll put it here,
Fantastic.
and I'll make it bigger. There we go. Now you can all see it. Nah, Mash, there's no pornos, I'm sorry. I know you love pornos, and you're just nuts for pornos. Always like, hey guys, check out this porno I saw. And we're like, Mash, we're in church. He just loves to bring out his porno, and he wears a weird mask all the time. Anyway,
It's got dog ears on it. Anyway.
so anyway, we're
Stays in hotels.
oh no. So yeah, Raymond sort of looks up the little chimney with the hole at the top, and he's like, gives like a determined nod, And then he just sort of does the Emperor's New Groove style climb, which was like back against one side, feet against the other, and he propels himself up. And it's actually quite an impressive feat as you watch him like hoist himself up this stone tunnel.
That's quite an impressive feat.
You're looking at his feet. You're like, wow, those are the
That's quite an impressive feat. And then like one of you's like, yes, as we watch him climb this.
Those are big feet.
incredible feat.
I need to find out some
Great
sort of rule of
pose.
thumb for when we play these, where I give information to a player that doesn't just encourage them to repeat the information that I just said to everybody else. Because it's like I appreciate that they've been listening, but at the same time, it's like the computer in Galaxy Quest. It's like, I was put here to do one thing, is repeat the computer, and I'm gonna do it.
He's got PHF, pretty big feet.
That's a joke that no one else will understand, but we all get, and it's very funny.
You're all missing out.
Yeah, you have to subscribe to my Patreon to get that joke.
So I get to the top.
Raymond climbs it, scrambles out the top, and what I want to do now is I want to do a little aside with Raymond. So if I get you all to jump out into the lobby or into the one shot, just jump out for a second. I'll move you out, and I'll just leave Raymond in. So I'll pull you back in when we're ready. I think April just left. Anyway, so when you get up there, you find yourself standing face to face with Larkin, and I can hear T laughing in the other room. You find yourself standing face to face with Larkin, and usually whenever you've seen him, he's bent over with like illness, like, you know, his general sort of like unwell stature and stuff. But now that you're looking at him, he's standing bolt upright, and his shoulders are squared and not hunched over, and he's not looking at all like a decrepit opium addict, like you kind of pegged him as when you first met him.
Yeah.
And he kind of extends a hand out to you, and you feel a sudden like gripping sensation, like you can't take your eyes off of his, and he's speaking to you with a terrible voice, that's not his voice at all. It sounds like it's coming from somewhere far away, and it sounds like a chorus of sinister voices all speaking as one. And he speaks to you, and he demands. He just tells you, "You will do what I say. You will break the seal. Break the seal." And he's repeating it over and over again. And every time he repeats it, that grip of that sort of grip that he has on you seems to tighten more and more, until you feel like that you could do nothing but what he's asking you to do. And that's when and you are like, you feel your will being subsumed by whatever this thing is. This thing is massive. It's thousands and thousands of times larger than you. It's coming from somewhere far away and it's just pressing down on you. You can feel like the weight of eons pressing down on you, taking over everything that in your, like, just pushing any sort of other thoughts in your mind out of your mind as it tries to take over. And that's when a bullet whizzes past your ear and strikes Larkin square in the shoulder, and he sort of stumbles backwards, and he doesn't sort of cry out in pain or even react like he's been hurt. It's just sort of like the impact has kind of thrown him, but he's just standing there, and that's enough to snap whatever sort of control he was taking over you just in that moment. And you sort of turn to see that Jackson is kind of the second one up out of the chimney, and he's sort of got one arm resting on the ground. He sort of half propelled himself out of the thing, and he's holding his revolver in front of him, and he's just taken that shot at Elias, and he yells back down into the pit. Well, I'll bring everyone back in.
Yeah.
I can't believe they went to separate places. I can't believe you all went to... Why did you all go to separate rooms?
You moved me.
Yeah, you're to blame for this one, Cry.
Okay, all right. Well, it's my fault.
Chip
Anyway,
and I listened, and we went to where you asked us to go.
So you hear Jackson after Raymond's gone up, you can hear like muffled voices speaking above, and Jackson quickly scrambles up. Like he's a very talented climber by the look of it, and he sort of scrambles up after, and you sort of see him at the top pull his gun from his belt and fire it out into the darkness. And he sort of looks down over his shoulder and shouts, "Larkin's up to something! Get up here!" And then he scrambles out of the hole.
Idiot.
What's that?
Drop us a rope, maybe?
The ropes. Raymond's got one of the holding onto the rope.
Yeah. Jackson. Yeah. Jackson sort of looks to you, Raymond, and says, "Raymond, drop the rope." And he's got the gun pointed at Larkin, who's just sort of like taking another step, like sort of standing there, stock still.
Yeah, probably would look to his shotgun, but instead, hold down one side and secure, like tie the end on something.
Yep. So you toss the rope down, while Jackson's sort of holding Larkin at gunpoint. Down in the pit, the remaining four of you see the rope tumble down, and now there wouldn't be a roll required to sort of climb up, unless you're really incapable, and none of you are so incapable that you couldn't climb a rope. Not even you, Charles.
But as Raymond glances down, like there's a lot of crap that's happened throughout this, but now he looks properly shook. Like his eyes are wide, pale. Kind of glances down to you guys, and then he's gone from the hole above.
He just fucking bolted.
Well, from the little bit that you can see, now the rope's down, and
so while they're climbing up, Jackson's sort of standing there with his revolver trained on Larkin, and he goes to say something, and suddenly you hear like a sickening thud, and Jackson like topples to the ground, and like his gun goes like skittering across over the dirt, and behind him Mendoza is standing with like a blood splattered rock in one hand, and he says something in Spanish, and then he heaves the rock at you, Raymond, like just throws it at your face. So I'll get you to. I don't really have a. Do we want to just sort of?
There's a dodge. Sorry.
Yeah, or you can roll a dodge, but I'm going to kind of wing the combat here because I wanted to make this more cinematic.
Oof, that makes sense.
What's that?
Do I know enough Spanish to vibe what he said?
Well,
now you've done it.
Doesn't our Bailey though?
Yeah, he basically said, "Now you've done it."
Everybody, he said, "Now you've done it."
Fuck. This is what I don't want to happen. So the rock strikes you, Raymond. It does a little take like a point of damage. Like it just sort of grazes your head, but it does stun you, and you kind of lose your footing a little bit because he's just piffed this rock at you, and Larkin is like walking towards you now, like this stern look on his face, and he's reaching out a hand to reaching out a hand for your throat almost.
As soon as I can, I'm going for the shotgun, but I'm stunned now.
Yeah, but so for the other four that are climbing up the thing, who went first up the rope?
Murphy, please, Murphy, please.
Okay,
Murphy.
Murphy went up first. So we've got Murphy first. Who went second?
I was like kicking people as they came up below me. I was like, Murphy, please.
We've got Murphy first. Who's second?
I'll have gone second.
Oh, okay. I was muted. I said I'd go next, but I'll go after Charles.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Murphy, Charles, Lottie, and then Bailey's bringing up the rear doing translation duty from down in the pit. Okay. So Murphy, you sort of climb up in time to see that Raymond has just been struck with something. Jackson is like lying unconscious, face down, or you'd hope unconscious. He could be dead, lying on the dust and Mendoza is standing over him and he's just thrown a rock at Raymond that's kind of hit Raymond's head and like sort of knocked Raymond off his footing. And Larkin is approaching Raymond like he's going to strangle him with one hand.
If I'm up and out, I'd like to take a shot at dear Mendoza, please.
You can do that.
Yes.
But you can't. You sort of like clamber up onto the edge of the chimney, and now you can.
Yeah,
take a
I
shot.
clamber up and I like roll over to get myself out. Let me just find my. Oh, I'm really sorry. I've immediately forgotten how to do this. I just need to find my gun. Okay.
Find me gun.
Shit. It's fine.
You missed. The bullet whizzes past dear Mendoza, but he kind of whirls around to glare at you when it does.
This was my plan all along. How about you?
So, Raymond, I'm going to leave you, like, sort of stunned until everyone's climbed out of the hole. Because it was like, you got dinged in the head with, like, a chunk of rock.
And other stuff.
Yeah, and
Yes.
you've also encountered something really fucking creepy that almost broke your brain. So, Charles, you sort of come up after Murphy. What are you going to do? You don't really have a gun at the moment.
No, mine was robbed of me.
Well, it wasn't yours to begin with.
Well, minor details. I'm sort of just gonna, take in what's going on around me, and noting that Raymond is sort of, out of it at the moment. I'm gonna rush over and try and see if I can get through to him, make sure he's okay.
Yeah, you give him like a little slap on the face.
Yeah.
Pull yourself together,
Kiss
man.
on the cheek.
Yeah.
You say, yeah, as you're doing that, you can hear him just muttering, Larkin, seal.
Seals? What do seals have to do with anything?
Larkin's a seal?
Get him.
Quick, club him to death. Yeah, so you come up next, Lottie.
Yep.
Raymond, you're sort of slowly coming to with Charles leaning over you to help you. Lottie, what do you do when you see this disturbing
My usual
sight?
tactic of shooting him in the face.
All right, you pull out the Derringer and take a...
Don't I have a new gun?
No, I thought you still had the Derringer.
I thought
no.
Raymond gave me a new gun.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, it should be in your sheet.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a shot with it. Get shooting.
Get shooting, bitch.
That's not what I said. I said just get shooting. I didn't say bitch.
Yeah, bitch.
Just clap.
Lolly says.
It's not in my sheet.
Lolly says that to herself as like a hype move. She's
Would
like,
you
"Get
mind
shooting,
using the
bitch."
Derringer and I just won't give you the reload round every
It's
round?
basically the same. Yeah.
It's the same sort of damage. So just bang. So
Nice.
who are you shooting at? Larkin or Mendoza? We didn't ask. you.
Mendoza in the face.
Okay, so you strike Mendoza and you hit him. I'm going to give him, because he's not paying attention to you, so I'm going to do a little bonus here. Ooh. Okay, so Mendoza is struck. Basically, you do hit him in the face. It tears away like a chunk of flesh from his cheek as it strikes. And the unnerving part is how he doesn't seem to fall over or react to it either. And what happens next, his skin kind of like takes on that oily, fatty quality from that was spilling out of the crack down below, and kind of just starts to coalesce back together again. And his face, as you sort of watch on, you can see his face begin to contort into that circular, like lamprey style mouth that you've seen on the other fat vampires And now you feel...
Overweight vampires.
Sorry. Yeah, so he's making that face now. Okay, so you've hit him, and he's definitely hurt, but he's not given up yet. Lard pies. Yeah, that's right, Violet. Okay, so now Bailey is bringing up the rear, and he climbs out next. What does he have to say about all of this?
He goes, he gets through the hole, and he sees all the nonsense going on. He goes, holy sugar, this is a lot. Fucking heck. And then he grabs his gun instinctively, and he's like, I don't like you, Larkin. And then he goes, pew, and fires at Larkin.
Okay.
Let me roll.
Yeah. I just like this image of all these people pouring out of a hole in the ground, just being like, bang, bang, bang!
Kind of like the Teletubbies where they jump out of the hole. Woo!
So the bullet, I'm going to say he doesn't miss, but it strikes him, and he just doesn't seem to... Like, it doesn't even seem to do anything. It just kind of like, it tears through him, and he doesn't even react to it. He doesn't flinch. And he's like, and he just sort of chuckles to himself. And with this really sort of weighty, deep voice that you don't recognize as Larkin's, who says, ugh, I've had enough. And then he just, he's near Charles. And what he does is he swings his fist through the air to strike him. And while he doesn't have the same he doesn't have like godly strength, he's got very his strength is very impressive for a man of his size and such. Like, it's not like something he shouldn't have. And he hits you square on, Charles, and he does... What kind of damage does he do?
Vaporizes you.
Yeah, you turn to dust.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
What?
Thank you, Hep. Hannah.
Thank you. So he does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stop counting. That's too many numbers.
He does
1, 2,
2.
3, 4, 5, 6,
He
7,
does
8, 9,
2
10,
damage to you. So it's not like crippling damage. It's like he like backhands you away from Raymond.
Fucking dickhead.
You're like fucking dickhead as you're like, you're just sprawling away. And Raymond, it is now back around to you.
Yeah, just seeing what's going on in D. Mendoza, who's been his focus for so long, disregarding Larkin. He just turns away back to Larkin and kind of doesn't want to look, but pulls out his shotgun and tries to... But he's not far from Larkin, is he?
No, he's right.
He's going to walk up and point blank the bastard.
All right. We'll give you like a plus 10 advantage to that. So basically, whatever you get, we'll take 10 off of it. Ooh, well there you go.
Ooh.
Quite a good shot. So you walk up to him and you Raymond sort of jabs the shotgun into Larkin's, like just under Larkin's ribs, and pulls the trigger, and sends. So Charles is checking his bank account in the middle of this for some reason. He's just like, how much money do I have?
Yep.
Checking his funeral savings.
Yep, I'm gonna need it.
So yeah, and what's like rather alarming is how it kind of tears through him, but like sort of sends him sort of toppling backwards, but he kind of sits up again, and you can see like the mashed and shredded flesh where the shotgun has hit him, and within is like something sort of not like his regular sort of blood and guts you might expect, but sort of roiling amidst all of that is like something black and oily.
At that, Raymond would probably shout, Get the fuck out of here! Trying to get everyone to run.
Yeah. He's like, and then his voice is getting like even more sort of,
In this instance,
Yeah.
in this room that we're now in, is there is there like a lot of space behind us?
you're
So
outside.
everyone's-
You're all like,
We're up
you're
on
in the
top now.
you're in the
Right,
grounds.
right, right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. So you can like he's sort of, and then like, he's got this much deeper voice now as you encounter him, in this sort of changed form, and he tells you, he says, "You will break the seal."
Seal.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
He's just like, "Do it." He's not, doesn't sound like Larkin at all. Like there's something inside Larkin that is like now surfacing, that you hadn't quite seen before.
Do it. More power.
So now it is the turn of Murphy.
Murphy.
No, Mendoza. Sorry.
Fuck.
Mendoza, who's been shot at. Mendoza, who's been shot at a couple times, sort of rounds on Murphy.
Fuck.
With like a balled up fist and just tries to grab Murphy by the shoulders, which is
For you.
but doesn't succeed. Like he grabs you,
incredibly
but
greasy.
he grabs you, but yeah, you're able to slip out because of all the grease on him.
I just like, ew, 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 ew.
Now it's Murphy's turn.
Since he's so close by,
Yes.
I would have a match on me, is that correct?
Are you a smoker?
On account of my smoking habit,
Yeah.
I'd like to sort of reach into my breast pocket and whip one out, light it, and
it
sort
out.
of hasta la vista, press it into D. Mendoza.
Like a lit match.
A lit match.
Okay, so give me a brawl test.
Ooh.
Just because you got to try and get near him, and he's sort of averse to flame.
He just tried to grab me.
Well, I know, but like, so you'll get a bonus for it, but you still got to.
Can I spend luck, please?
No, your bonus gets you it. So you do.
Oh.
You hit the.
Well done.
You hit the. You sort of pull the match out and throw it, and he's wearing like, ratty sort of cotton clothes, and they're soaked with that sort of odd oil, that makes him up, and he sort of goes up like a bonfire. Like you light the match and just toss it into him, and he just goes up in like a gout of flame upwards, and you might all sort of recoil from it. Larkin doesn't seem to even react, and Mendoza screams and sort of topples forward down through the open chimney hole that you've all kind of come out of now, and down to the bottom, and you see like a torrent of smoke and screaming from down below before it fades away to nothing.
I did it.
I have burned him.
I did it. Was useful. Yes.
Yes. So
I'll probably
it is
give
now the
everyone else,
turn
like, a little
of.
wink.
It is
Do the
now the
same
turn
thing.
of Charles. Charles, you're sort of you've been like knocked to the side by Larkin, and you just saw Mendoza go up in flames and fall down a hole, and Larkin get blasted with a shotgun and seem to not even react to it. So
Christ, I'm in sort of a panic state now. Is there, something like a rock or something that I can pick up and throw at him?
There's the rocks that have been thrown at other people. And
yeah, there's
smashed people in the face.
chunks of stone and rock on the ground.
Hooray!
So
Do you think you could throw faster than a bullet can go?
Don't you doubt me. I'll fucking do it.
he's
Now
here
that
to
he's
prove
climbed
himself.
successfully, he's so confident. He's like, I could kill God.
That's right.
With a rock.
So
Yeah.
So roll. I think there's a thrown weapons. Yeah, throw. Roll throw for me. It's on the. No, it's not going to be in your weapons thing. It'll be on your skills.
Under skills.
Yeah, because I can see what you're looking at. So if you see on
Arts
the
and
right, not arts and craft, on the right, the right column where it says you see on the far right, it's just near the bottom.
If all
He draws
else
a face on the
fails,
rock.
you
Oh,
can
yeah.
try a headbutt.
Oh man, that hurt so bad. I
Rock
did a bad
fucking-
job, guys.
The rock just whiffs past Larkin's head, and he doesn't even seem to look at Charles. He doesn't care.
Charles was like concussed a little bit. He got backhanded by
Yeah.
a god, essentially. He was like, I'm gonna throw a rock.
Lottie, you gonna take another face shot? You're muted.
Yep, of course.
Go for it.
Yeah, so yep.
Just miss me.
I'll attempt to. Where is my thing? It's loading.
No, you're not, Violet. We're having fun. We're having fun!
I'm having fun right now.
We're having fun whether you like it or not.
I
You
think I win.
You do. You hit him, and this time you kind of the bullet from your gun hits him like in the eye, and rips
Where
away.
else would it come from?
Well, rips away. Oh, shut up, Jim.
Sorry.
Rips away like part of it, like chunk of his skull, leaving behind yet more sort of bloody pink matter mixed with like this oily black substance that seems to be writhing on its own. But he's still approaching Raymond. Like it's just like almost like the shots are he's just disregarding them. Now is it Bailey's shot?
Question.
Yes.
Do I have a machete?
Yeah, you would have one on your belt.
What should I roll on for that?
Roll for machete. Just give me a let's see.
But what I want to do is I don't want to just run up to him and swing at him. I want to throw it at his head.
Well, give me a throw check then. We'll see if it hits him, and then I'll
Okay.
because I know what damage I'll use if it hits him.
Skills?
Yeah, it's on the in the far right column.
Ah! It was a failure.
Yeah, you heave your machete through the air at him, but it just sails past and lands somewhere far away. He's like he sort of keeps his eyes focused on Raymond, and he says, "I've had enough of your struggling." And he's as he looks at you, Raymond, you're suddenly overcome with this sense of like otherworldly pain. Like it's not doing any damage to you, but you're just feel like every nerve ending is on fire, and you're incapable of movement. And the same thing is happening to Lottie and Charles as well. So the three of you are all kind of racked with this horrible incapacitating pain that seems to come out of nowhere. It's like it's almost like you're on fire, or you're being poked with like thousands of little needles or something. It's just it's coming from nowhere, and it's incapacitating you. And Bailey and Murphy would see the three of them kind of scream out, and
Fall to our knees,
Larkin's
probably.
holding his hands out towards them. But you're out of range of this whatever he's doing at the moment. And his teeth are gritted, and like his face is shredded, almost shredded up from the bullet from like his gun. And he's like, break the seal.
Maybe Murphy joins in just to be part of it, like, oh, jeez. Howie.
Excuse me, Mr. Monster, sir, if I may call you that. I gotta ask, you keep requesting that we all break the seal. Now I just have a slight quibble about this. What seal, and where, and how do we break it, and why do you want it broken, sir?
So this is my cinematic take on this, so we're skipping out of the rules a little bit. Bailey, as you begin to speak, Larkin's eyes sort of, well, one remaining eye settles on you, and you feel what is like a stone fist, but invisible, to strike you, not enough to damage you, but strike you in the chest and send you toppling backwards, sort of, head over heels, like before you can even really get your question out. He just sort of...
Well, that's very rude.
He sends you hurtling away, and he turns his attention to Murphy and says, "Go into the pit and bring me the gold seal. It looks like the one you already have. Bring it to me." And then he sort of, like, to emphasize his point, he sort of sends more pain, sort of...
To be fair, he chose the wrong people to bring pain to, because Murphy doesn't give a fuck.
Murphy's like, ha ha.
Bye.
Murphy should just walk out, because Murphy.
Well,
don't care.
like he's making very clear that if Murphy tries to leave, like we saw what happened to Bailey when Bailey was like, "I've got one," like did his Columbo routine and he just got fucking like pummeled.
Just one more thing.
Okay. This rope is still attached. I'll back out a bit and abscond down the road, please.
And like, while you feel the pain kind of subside as Murphy creeps down into the Murphy, I'm assuming you've taken the golden seal or the part of it too. With you, or I think you already had it actually, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Murphy stole it.
Yeah.
I was trusted with it.
So he's
Charles was trusted with it.
So he's sort of like you're not feeling the same level of pain anymore, but you do feel like there's something weighing you down, like something otherworldly kind of pressing down on you. So Murphy's sort of disappeared down the hole, and I'll go with Murphy for now and see what Murphy's plan is. So Murphy, you go down to the bottom of the pit and you find Mendoza is there, burnt and crispy and dead. And he's even as you sort of step on him or over him, his body turns to like ash and just sort of spreads away.
I kick his ashes.
Yeah. So you're down in the pit. What are you going to do?
So, is it true that there's like a line in the wall with gold, like embedded in it, and we've got a piece, and he wants me to take out more piece?
That's what he's asked you to do, yes.
Okay. And is that over the pool of fat, or is that accessible?
You could access it if you like balanced on some stones, or maybe threw some stones into the pool.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe use a certain former associate's body.
I was going to say, it's a shame Mendoza's body is ash, but there's a perfectly good body here. I kind of pick up Corny by the shoulders and kind of, haul him over to the...
God bless sweet Corny. Useful in death as well as life.
I'm giving him like a eulogy as I'm pulling him over.
Yeah.
Being like, you were so tolerable at times and did sometimes do good things, aka the things that I asked you to do. Most often fucked up. But you died. And that's why I'm using your body.
You look up, if you could look up into the sky, the clouds would take the shape of Cornelius and he like gives you a thumbs up.
I lay him across the fat like a raft.
Yeah. And you can step on it because it's not so deep that he sinks fully, so you can step on his back, although it's very precarious.
Yes. Okay, I step on his back.
Yeah.
And instead of taking more gold, I put my piece into the wall.
So as you sort of push the seal back into the wall, you find that it fits like strangely, like it's like even though like the ends are kind of twisted and torn where it's been ripped out, it fits back in there very easily. And from behind the wall, you hear like some great, like monstrous, something like incredible size, kind of groan with like animalistic pain, and like throw itself against the walls. And above you guys, you feel the ground shake like the earthquake we all of us except Chimp experienced recently. And anyone in chat who has earthquake FOMO, I'm sorry. Yeah, so the
Probably
whole
wasn't even that good anyway.
the whole complex begins to shake, but it's like nothing's like damaging or falling down, like nothing's being destroyed. It's almost like something's in its like almost like you're on the outside of a cage that's being fought against, but not breaking. And you kind of you topple from the corny body into the little pool, and sort of like you're like up to like your waist in the, like you're sitting in the pool, but you find that it's not moving anymore. Like the it's oily and gross, but the writhing like creatures that you felt within it when you looked at it originally are not there. And above, and now we sort of flash to above ground where you're being held by Larkin. You suddenly feel that pressure release, and Larkin sort of lets out a shout of anger and sort of takes some hobbling steps, as much as his wrecked body will allow him to, towards the temple, and he's saying no, and he's moving towards the temple like the pyramid, but already you can tell that something's gone wrong. You don't necessarily know
Muffled, you hear like, yes.
You don't really know what Murphy has done, but it's something that Larkin is not agreeable with. And Raymond, as you feel the weight lifted off you, you kind of look to one side, and Jackson sort of is awake, and very that dazed look, and his face is bloodied, and he pushes the revolver across the dirt, and it lands sort of against your against your thigh. And I'm not going to make you roll for this because it'll be very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
But if you so choose, you can shoot at Larkin.
Yep, revolver, fanning the bloody thing as well, going Old West on him.
Any of you that have access to guns right now, would you
just
all like? You all.
And there's still a shell in that shotgun that probably fell near you, Charles.
Yeah, Charles. The shotgun
Charles,
is near enough to you.
Plenty of rocks.
So I'm going to describe
rocks
this
available.
scene cinematically. You basically, as Larkin is walking away from you and screaming at the pyramid, you all reach for your weapons and just all from the ground, or sort of from kneeling positions, all just blast the hell out of him. And he's his body is shredded. The black oily substance within him leaks onto the ground, and eventually he's just so broken that he turns around to look at you, but it's almost like a skeleton with just the last vestiges of flesh clinging to his body. And he sort of reaches out a hand and then just collapses into a motionless heap on the ground. And the ground ceases shaking, and it's peaceful all of a sudden.
I turned to everyone. I said, "I told you we should have killed him."
Yep.
Murphy clambers up the rope, I'm assuming, unless Murphy chooses to stay down in the pit.
I'm goopy. I'm sopping. I'm incredibly cranky. I also just like don't know what happened, and I'm like, okay, I did it. Can we go home?
Good job, Murph. Ugh.
I'm actually very thankful that you're here this time.
I couldn't have done it without Corny. He was useful at least once in his life. Dare I say, after his life.
What about your notebook that he wrote?
It was mostly pictures. But they were beautiful. And
This
maybe
guy
I can
sounds
sell
like
them
a real piece of shit, but thank God you were able to get some use out of him.
I'm gonna sell them later and pretend they were 19th century artist sketches.
So yeah, the action kind of ends there. You've repaired the seal on the pyramid, whatever was being held inside. Not that you are 100% sure what it was. Has been further sealed in and can't get out. Larkin and Mendoza, who were setting you up to release whatever was in there, have been slain through your combined efforts. And you return to... Yeah, the 19th century was 20-ish years ago in this game. Yes.
Everyone's getting really into contemporary art.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Push Larkin down the well, whatever's left of him.
Yeah, you've sort of pushed Larkin, and I'm assuming throw a match down there to burn it all up.
Mm-hmm.
And you find yourselves about a
Is
week.
Jackson dead?
No, Jackson's with you.
No, but he had a rock thrown in his head and smashed it.
Yeah, but he survived, and he woke up and gave Raymond the gun to shoot Larkin.
That's
with.
a shame.
So Jackson's you're all in the hospital in Peru, sort of dealing with your various cuts and scrapes and the fact that you had to try to make the trek back with limited rations because of the donkeys that went missing during the trip.
We ate Charles.
Yeah.
I'm not like this.
Charles is no, and you kind of just recuperating in the hospital, in the day room or something, kind of sitting in the wicker chairs enjoying the sun. And Jackson,
Through the door, Lord of the Rings-esque. Jackson is like, Gandalf! It's all slow-mo.
sees Legolas. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And Jackson kind of enters and he's got a suitcase in one hand and he's got his hat on. And he says, well, I got a hell of a story. What he sort of looks at you for a second and smiles and says, so you'll remember there was a room at the temple that had gold that wasn't related to the seal. That was the room where the bodies were. He says, well, I might have found a buyer. I had to transport it out, so there's no danger of people finding the place. But there's a substantial amount of money that comes with it. And I wouldn't feel right not splitting it between all of you. And I'm going to make a hell of a lot of money out of this book anyway.
There was a share there for a guy called, I don't know if you met him, but a guy called Cornelius.
I was with you the whole time. I met Cornelius.
I
was there when you killed him.
He's incredibly easy to miss. He's very short, pale.
Well,
where's his share
well, his
going?
share is going to Mr. Bailey.
Why?
You don't want it?
If you don't want the share, mate.
No, I'm fine. I'm gonna go back to live in the wilderness. To be frank with you all, I'm really curious as to what was behind that seal, and I might venture back there myself and try and unbreak it, just to see what's on the other side, just out of curiosity. I don't need the money. I'm good.
I mean, I feel like that's a bad idea, but...
Yeah,
idea.
but did we get anywhere in life without making a few bad mistakes along the way? There's only one way to find out if it is a mistake, you know?
Well, I mean, I think the way we can work out that it's a mistake is the
We don't need to work out it's a mistake.
the skeleton guy...
Like, that's not a requirement.
The skeleton
Look,
guy
okay.
full of black goo wanted it to be open, so I figure...
Look, I don't
should
really
keep it
care what
close.
happens from here. I'm just going home.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
So
make sure your money's wired to you. I'm assuming none of you are using false names or assumed identities.
Just wire it to the family, if that's okay.
Charles reveals that he's like a Superman with like super skills. He was just like,
I meant to get bitch slapped.
Yeah, he was like, we were never in danger. It's like, we were hurt. We were hurt real bad. I got very sloppy. Wish I didn't have to.
so yeah, and he says, well, I hope I see you all again, maybe in better circumstances. But I'll be, my lawyer will be in touch with the money. It was nice seeing you. Nice meeting you. And he tips his hat and he disappears out the door.
Milady.
Yeah, he's an incel.
So, hey, Murph, you've got a vacancy on your roster, eh?
My
Your
exploration.
staff.
Oh, yeah, and a vacancy in my heart. But with all due respect, I think
Yeah.
it's a little tender at the moment. I don't know if you could fill that for me right now.
Oh, sorry, I didn't understand I didn't understand the
Oh.
nature of what you were paying for.
Oh.
No, I was not offering. No, I'm fine.
That implies so much I don't want to get into.
Yeah, what I was
The
implying.
implication was always there.
Yeah.
It was like saying goodbye to a dog.
But not even a dog that you really liked. You were just like,
Look
A
at
dog
Abe.
that you got used
Abe's
to.
face is so red.
It was like a stock animal, like a cow that I liked, or maybe I raised it from birth. But it's like
It didn't
I was
offer
eating
beef
it.
or
Yeah.
milk.
a cow that I
Yeah.
liked and raised from birth, but I was always going to eat it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But I would like an assistant.
Stoop
with,
situation all
Mhm.
over again.
I think I'll be staying in Peru a little bit longer. There's someone that's got to write all this down scientifically. And
Well,
I've
Jackson
been
planned to
taking
do that.
stringent
Yeah.
visual pictorial notes.
I'm pretty sure Jackson
So,
has a book coming out.
Oh no, that'll be like the fiction side of it. I'm talking about like the science. I'm talking about the quantitative and qualitative data.
Okay.
Big words.
So, Charles, what are you going to do now that the adventure is over?
I may venture home for a while, just to regale the story to my father, and hopefully finally win his approval.
So let's flash forward a
You
little
got
bit,
hit in
Charles.
the head
Do you
with a
win?
rock.
Do you win Father's approval?
Oh fuck no! He thinks I've made it all up and thinks I've made the money through some shady means.
Not entirely true.
And Mac, well, he went and ate a cake and opened a barber shop he always wanted to run. And never regretted not going on the adventure. Okay, so that's the end of Lottie, you said you went home. And Bailey, you said
You're
you
muted.
I was waving.
Oh, okay. I was
Ah,
waving.
yes.
Bailey returns to the jungles, and presumably to bring the Eldritch apocalypse around by sheer curiosity.
He dies from like diphtheria or something.
So I guess Raymond has to hunt down Bailey then, as he doesn't go to the airport.
Murphy returns to the United States to write a scientific book about fat vampires.
It's totally hocus. Nobody believes it, and I'm bankrupt by the next year.
Because you published it yourself.
Yeah,
Labeled as a hack and a fraud for all eternity.
yeah.
Lottie returns to New York and the mafia that she helped run. Charles returns home and is promptly disowned by his father, who thinks he's a liar.
What the fuck?
And Raymond is on the hunt in the jungles looking for Bailey.
I hate the jungles, but alright, let's...
And that's where we end this this adventure. This adventure into Peru and the strange temple. I want to take just a 1 minute break to just get drinks and stuff, and I also need to go to the bathroom, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss what is going to happen 2 weeks from now
Effective.
on the Monday. to fill in the new gap. So we'll do that. I'll just leave everybody on so they can talk if they want to stay here and talk. I'll be right back.
Everybody sit in silence.
And think about what you've done.
Can't remember what I've done.
Well, we won, Crimes, so...
Oh,
celebrate.
excellent! Yeah. So I'm still getting over the old mind thing.
Hold on, I'm making my book. There we go. No, I'm not going to say that, macaroni.
Mac, how dare you say that? How dare you say
Yeah, get
willies
him
and
out.
piss?
Ban him, ban him.
Lipid vampirism and occult findings. A retrospective.
A memoir.
Well, did everyone have fun? On their... He's just going to keep doing it. Lipid vampirism. Did everyone in chat have fun? I mean, I know Mac's having fun just by seeing what he's typing. It's his favourite things to type.
Get this guy out of here. Mac is also the piss colour. Violet had a plast.
Good.
Violet had a plast.
Why does it say I'm... Oh, because I'm not the mod. Oh, I keep forgetting that my account Crytenton is not the account that controls Critical Venture. I try to do things and it's like, you can't do that. And I'm like, fuck you, I can't.
You have to keep reminding it that you're the same person, but you're not.
My computer, the internet just died on my computer, so I've joined on the phone.
Oh, well, there he is.
Not popping up on the thing. Oh, there it goes.
Hello.
Is everyone okay to talk about what we're going to do next?
Yes.
No.
Do you... Okay, everyone in the Discord call, do you know
Yes.
what we're doing next? Because I know that
Yes.
I know that some of you know, but I'm not sure that you all know.
No, you don't tell your wife anything.
I mean, I did post it in the in our joined chat.
I think so. Like, there was a couple of
but I'm
ideas
your
about.
Yeah.
So
So, what I eventually decided to go with, just because it would be a very big change of pace. What's this? Love for Worm. What we're going to do is start playing an episodic game of Star Trek Adventures, which is a Star Trek role-playing game. So it'll be getting... sorry, well, I got news during the stream that the building my dad's apartment is in caught fire, and that my sister couldn't reach him, so I was freaking out for a bit there, and we got a hold of him. His apartment is okay. I was able to distract myself from a panic attack by watching the stream. So I'm glad we could help. We could help Violet. I know having stuff like that happen without any information is like a nightmare.
Yeah.
So I'm
Very
really
stressful.
glad that it worked out and we were able to keep you from having a panic attack.
absolutely.
So what we're going to do next is play Star Trek Adventure. So what we'll basically be doing is playing a bridge crew on a ship doing Star Trek-like exploration. And that will be our new sort of alternative Monday game. So like we'll have Shadowrun on one Monday, and then Star Trek will sort of take the Call of Cthulhu place. I already know, and I thought, because we've got a bit of extra time because we finished a bit early, I thought I could bring up that we could sort of talk a little bit about what we might want to play in a game like that. I know what APOM wants to play, and APOM is a very big Star Trek fan, so I'm behind this idea. But APOM would like to play the the captain of the ship, because he's got a character design in mind already.
Has there a survival instinct out of curiosity?
Not great.
I didn't mean out of character. I'm in
Oh,
character.
I don't know then.
Out of character,
you
in
surviving?
character, I'm alive. You know.
It's gotten me this far.
Fair enough.
So I mean, I'm sure he's not going to be like driving. Like he'll have certain rules he has to follow just because he's in control. He's sort of, he's not only about his life when he's sort of captaining a ship.
As captain, please don't crash it.
Well, he wouldn't
Apom is going to be the only Star Trek captain who's not self-sacrificing, and he's going to be like, "You're all on your own."
Oh, no, he's self-sacrificing, but unnecessarily, and all of us at the same time.
He's like, "We'll all go down."
Ramming
As well
speed.
as you sacrificing.
He'll pull another Crumph incident where he makes a deal and then he's like, "Nah, fuck it," and starts attacking.
Well, let's not assume that Apom would do, because Apom is very informed by the Star Trek lore, and he knows. I think he knows how to play a character that wouldn't.
I know
Genuinely
that
keen.
I know that Apom is very good at being in character. I know that he's going to be fine. I'm making a joke.
So
I'm not. You're all gonna die.
I would like to go around the horn a little bit and sort of discuss. Like, you don't have to sort of have a concrete idea now because I'm kind of blindsiding you with it, but sort of discuss what kind of characters you'd like to play in a setting like this. So I'll start with Chimp.
The horn?
Would you? I'm assuming. Would you like another character where you have to, like, dress up in a big way, or would you prefer someone where you can just sort of be Chimp?
We have. I'm not a nerd like you guys, so I don't actually have like a Star Trek cosplay on the go. I'm sure it's something that I could organize.
I mean,
but...
all I thought was all you really need is a shirt that's like either blue, gold, or red, really. And
I could organize that.
Yeah.
And I could do like alien makeup, but again, it takes me like half an hour to do it every time.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm perfectly
see how I
fine if
go.
you don't want to do. Also, and I say this to everybody: if you don't want to like cosplay for one of the streams, you're not obliged to, because I don't want to like force you to be doing it at all times. Because like I know that there's sometimes you've got stuff to do during the day and you don't want to like suddenly have to come home and like dress up for things. You can just be you can just sort of come without costume. Like I tell that to T.
I will be
As
very
you
disappointed.
Do you have like an idea? I think when we spoke about it, Chimp, you said you like the idea of playing like a very kind of southern engineer type of character.
Yeah.
You could do a southern
In the
voice.
same flavor as Bailey, in the sense that like loud, dumb as fuck, but also highly competent. And maybe my one is a little nicer, but yeah, like incredibly southern,
Yeah.
but like a highly competent engineer. And I'd be a red boy. And to be completely honest, that's kind of as far as my Star Trek knowledge goes.
But that's fine.
I know the colors.
Like I'm not
but that's
requiring a
about it.
bunch of like in-depth lore knowledge from everybody because it'll.
And they'll be gay.
That's fine. It's the future, and that has no bearing on people's opinions anymore. So you're trying to do it to be special, Chimp? Too bad.
Won't be special amongst the characters that I've made.
I know
sure.
what. There you go.
I changed my mind, so don't say you know what I want.
Okay, what do you want, T?
I'm not quite sure if I'm being an alien or what.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I want to be in medicine. I want to be Healy boy.
Cool. The doctor
Boy.
is good. Laxum, do you have any idea of what you would do?
I'm thinking something sort of scout-esque, sort of like in the field.
Tell like a security officer, kind of like someone that does security stuff.
Yeah.
Because they call security is like the catch-all term for people that sort of go on the ground and shoot things.
Hell yeah, that's me. Now, what color shirts do they wear?
In this era, it will be next generation era, so gold.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But they switched. They used to be the red shirts, and now they became. So,
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the red shirts are the ones that are notorious for, like...
In the original
it,
series,
right?
now it's the gold.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me!
I will also point out that the game has a supporting character kind of roster system. So you can make characters that aren't your sort of main character. So you can sort of play them as if they're going on like the away team to the surface of the planet, and that way if they get like killed by the weird alien, you can like they die, but you're like, well, you've still got your main character who was up on the ship.
Yeah.
So.
Back up Greg.
Yeah, Greg back up at us. And Crames, do you have any idea of what you would want to do?
Well, let's see. We got engineering, we've got medicine, we've got security. Science sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
So
Might even go traditional with the Vulcan. I don't know.
Ooh. And we'll probably do a character creations session where we because you'll also be sort of creating the ship as well, and like coming up with qualities for the ship and sort of elements of its history and things like that. So that'll be part of that. So that might be our next session on the Monday. So that's good. I won't go into too much depth because we can save it till then. Yeah, Mac will play the ship. It'll be the USS Macaroni Prince.
You'll be even no, not the AI Mac, just the ship.
I was gonna say Mac could play. You could play the ship's computer, but I'd require you to be in every session just to do the voice, and I don't think you want to do that. That doesn't seem like something you would do, Mac.
We get like an actual text to speech to do the computer.
That's a good idea.
I could do that, yeah.
The ship would never say
that means
that.
I'd be typing shit as well as doing everything else. So anyway, and so next Monday we have more Shadowrun. If anyone that watched the last Shadowrun, you'll know that they suddenly decided to go after a mafia family. Went to their little hideout, killed a bunch of them in like a really gory and violent way, and then kind of went home.
It 180'd back around to right.
Yeah. And then they kind of went back home. Like they said, mate, don't attack us again, and then went back home. And then the end of the session was a knife stuck in their door. So
it was a shuriken.
It was shuriken, yeah, shuriken. So obviously it's not quite gone as easy as they thought it would be. Hopefully next session they will get to meet a new friend who's been developed but has not been able to emerge yet. I don't want to spoil it for everybody, but I'm very happy with this new friend because they do not add a lick of sanity to the party at all. It changes absolutely nothing about they're not going to come to the party and be like the thoughtful presence. They're just going to add more of what the party already has, which is good in my books. And
We'll eat eggs with us.
Only eggs can sustain me. And one last thing, I am doing a third game, which I think will be on Sunday afternoons, and that will be we're kind of sort of up in the air about what it will be. It was originally going to be Night's Black Agents, but I veered away from it when one of the people that I spoke to about playing sort of made it clear that they're not a real big fan of betrayal and.
You can say it's me.
No, it wasn't you. It was actually someone else.
They weren't a fan of deceit.
Yeah, weren't a fan of deceit and murder hoboing, as they described it, and that's fair because that's not
just regular hoboing.
Yeah, they're just like, can I live in a boxcar and travel the rails? So one of the games I was actually looking at for it was Seventh Sea, which is basically fantasy pirates in like a pseudo-European setting, So it's like it's Europe, but all the countries are named differently, and they've sort of dialed up to 11. And so I'm probably going to do that. That's going to be a smaller game, I think. So probably only 3 or 4 people. And I'll sort of have more details about that as I get to it. And obviously any one-shots. And if anybody wants to run a game on here, please just let me know and do. I'm happy to sort of turn it on for you and let you do your thing. Yeah, so because I really would like to see more stuff on this channel. It's just that I can't run a million things because I also have to work and do other things. So
curse you, capitalism.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So that's it. For now, I think we will raid. When are we playing Crichton Dice? We can play Crichton Dice whenever you like. Not now, but we can play Crichton Dice.
Nearly whenever you like.
But no.
If you want to play Crichton Dice,
otherwise.
Tell me when you want to play it. Send me a message saying when you want to play it, and I will organise a session of Crichton Dice. But the proviso is you need to supply the players, because I'm not going to do that. No, not half an hour from now, man. It has to be at least 24 hours from now.
Mac's like that child that's
Mac, you're not even
constantly...
home. I know you're in Ireland. You're not even home. I know you can't. I'm not going to... Or maybe he's come home. 24 hours from now, exactly. Okay. I'll be here. Will you? Will you, Mac? Will you be here?
With players?
Yeah, you've got to bring players.
In 24 hours.
He's going to show up with like 10 people. I know, Mac. Okay, well, you be here in half an hour, and I'll see you in 24 hours. Okay, so let's do a little raid on our friends. Who's streaming? Oh, everyone can see the
Cube.
Yeah, I've got to turn that cube off because
Bonnie Apples is streaming.
Oh, yeah, let's
Toggle the cube.
Max said it at exactly the same time it came out of my mouth.
He's tuned
This
in.
is when we find out the T is Mac.
Yeah.
That would make so much sense, though.
T, unrelated, could you just do your best Mac accent for me real quick?
No. Mac would get so mad.
Oh, that sounds like a positive in this situation.
I'm macaroni pants. I'm from Belfast or somewhere.
Yeah, but whenever I do an Irish accent,
okay,
it
so
sounds
the raid
racist.
message is, I'm the macaroni prince. I'm from Belfast.
Diddly dee potatoes, diddly dee potatoes.
No, that's because that's not an accent. That's just saying like that he's simple and all he says is potatoes.
All I can do for Irish.
He's like a Pokemon. So it will say, I'm the macaroni prince. I'm from Belfast. So goodbye, everybody. Please keep looking at the Discord for more information about games. If you want to play in one, just let me know. I'll happily make one for you. Do something.
I thought the buy was going to come a lot closer to when...
We're frozen on the screen. Crames looks so, like, childlike joy.
He's a happy fella. Let him be happy.
He looks like he's closing out for a children's show. He's like, I'll see you next week.
See you next week for more body horror.
Yeah. More vampirism.
Bye, everyone. Wave to the camera.
Goodbye. Goodbye.